And ladies and gentlemen, we have come to that Labor Day weekend tradition as AEW wants it to be. AEW All Out. And holy shit, this is just, man, let me tell you, this card is fucking, this is a big, big card. There's like 8 matches in total. Well, 9 if you count the one pre-show match, which we'll probably have to cover eventually. I don't even remember. Was last year's All Out this big? It was a little bigger, but geez, it still feels like a lot, you know. And sadly,
if you had previous, 10 matches last year. 10 matches.
you don't need to lay it out, Mox. I'll get to you, Steve Mox. Yeah, just sorry, I'm a little amped up because of some things going on. Just trying to get schoolwork done and all. I almost have one half of what I needed to, or I'm almost halfway through with what I needed to get done today, and hopefully I knock the other half out by the end of this weekend. But I've also got this to worry about. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get this over with. I'm Coffee Lover 239. With me, as always, is our resident John Moxley Stan Stevens. Say hi, Steven.
Hi. What's up, everyone? Hope everyone's doing Saturday. So,
yeah. And without further ado, let's get into it. Our first match is Jon Moxley versus MJF for the AEW World Championship. And in a very crazy twist, Moxley is banned from using his Paradigm Shift finishing move. What? How the hell did we even get to here? Well, let me explain. On the July 29th episode of Dynamite, number 1 ranked MJF, who had never been pinned or submitted in singles competition, began a presidential election-style campaign to become the next AEW World Champion and held a State of the Industry address. He said that it was now the time for a new guard and that the old guard, referring to Jon Moxley, the current champion, was failing as a leader to lead by example and that he would be the one to lead AEW for the next 25 years. MJF finished the speech by challenging Moxley, who had also never been pinned or submitted in singles competition for the AEW World Championship at All Out. A few days later, it was announced that MJF would face the winner of a title match between Moxley and number 5 ranked Darby Allin for the title at All Out. On the August 5th episode of Dynamite, despite MJF attacking him with the championship belt during the match, Moxley defeated Allin to retain the championship, keeping Moxley as defending champion against MJF at All Out. Now, what they haven't told you basically here, what they've refused to list, and unfortunately because they don't have their stuff set up the same way that they normally do, basically, like on WWE, I have to find and fill in the remaining blanks because it was in that contract signing that MJF put in a clause that, to ban the paradigm shift because he knows it would finish him like that because, God forbid, someone actually kicks out of a finisher. And but basically Mox threw in another clause in the contract as well that, he actually had to face one of MJF's cronies, not Wardlow, but another smaller crony. And then if the crony failed to show up for the match, it's on the go-home edition of this week's Dynamite, and then if he failed to show up, the crony, MJF would forfeit the title match. And in that match, he would be able to use the paradigm shift, not like here. Okay, it's kind of a tough call what to do here. I mean, Moxley has outranked Jericho in terms of the longest reigning champ. I mean, AEW World Champ, 188 days. But at the same time, you wonder, is it really MJF's time? I mean, we're starting to lure crowds back in, well, sort of-ish. At least AEW is, with how they're doing things. And in a way, I have to wonder, if even with a small amount of crowd that can make a loud enough noise, would it be the right time to put the belt on MJF to give him that crazy ass heel run, and then I don't know, up until the next pay-per-view after, if AEW goes by their current schedule between Double or Nothing per se, he holds the belt then and loses it to whoever is on the rise at that point. I don't know. It's kind of tough to say, really. I'm not sure. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
Moxley's gonna win. I think he's gonna make MJF tap out like what he did to Brody Lee.
Ooh, that would be something.
And MJF, I think he's gonna go for the TNT title run pretty soon. Probably.
What makes you think that?
I think he should go for the TNT first. Then maybe in the future, the world champion. Right now, I think.
No.
I mean, MJF has been on the roll so far. He hasn't lost in singles competition yet. But if you do put it on if MJF does win, that means he beat Moxley on his first ever. I mean, he'll beat Moxley, and Moxley would be the first one who he ever lost to. Moxley and MJF, they haven't both lost in singles competition to ever think about it, I don't think.
Yeah, so but I mean, come on, man. Really? TNT title? Clearly MJF has the fucking skills to back it up. Clearly he's got the mic skills and the charisma to do it. His in-ring work, it can be a little bit debatable for some people, but you know what? He's still no better than the average.
If MJF wins, I'm not gonna be mad. I like MJF. He is a good wrestler-ish, I guess. He's good at promos.
He's a baddie, you know. You love to hate him, quite frankly. And yeah, he's the good type of you. But I don't know. I'm trying to look at this. If I had to, yeah, you go with whoever you want. If I had to look at the betting odds here, currently, as of now. Let me look at the betting odds and see what to think. Who's the favorite? If something could... Wait a damn minute. No. Oh, what the fuck? I don't think... This was posted 3 hours... Or, hold on. No, it's buried. Give me a minute. It's in here. And if we search... It's kind of a mixed bag right now. The favorite is currently Moxley with negative 250, underdog being MJF at plus 175. But you never know, anything can happen with this madness. Maybe MJF's in-ring skills could use a little bit of work, but I don't know if that should be enough to fully hold him back from going for the title. I wouldn't say so. I genuinely don't know, actually. I don't know. It's a tough one to call. I mean, it could go either way. You know what? I'm just going to go with you and go with Mox on... Well, actually, wait. Should I... I mean, Paradise Shift ban, but that hasn't stopped Mox from pulling a trick out. You know what? Yeah, I'm just going to go with you and Mox on this one. I genuinely don't know, really. So I'm just going to throw a random one, and I'm going to go with Jon Moxley on this one. Yeah. Our next match is Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy in a Mimosa Mayhem match. Match can be won by pinfall, submission, or by throwing the opponent into a tank of mimosa, a cocktail composed of champagne or other sparkling wine and chilled citrus juice, usually orange juice unless otherwise specified. Typically served at brunch, weddings, or as part of business first-class service on some passenger railways and airlines. Oh wait, I'm going further into the drink. I kind of want some mimosa, but the actual little bit of the bubbly is, knocking point discontinued it. Dab you! Oh, whatever. The closest thing you can get, if you ask me, is Prosecco. Anyways, back to this match. So, on night 2 of Fyter Fest this year, Chris Jericho defeated Orange Cassidy. Cassidy then wanted a rematch with Jericho, who eventually accepted after repeated attacks from Cassidy, including staining his white jacket with orange juice. Following a debate between the two that was hosted by Eric Bischoff, the two had their rematch on the August 12th episode of Dynamite that Cassidy won. The following week, Jericho said that since they were tied, they need to have one more match, and he challenged Cassidy to a Mimosa Mayhem match at All Out, which we've already established the rules for. After Cassidy accepted the challenge, he was attacked by Jericho in the inner circle. So, this is the rubber match between these two. I swear to you, this has been a better feud, one hell of a feud, better than it has any right to be. And looking at this madness, you really have to wonder, damn, how the hell could they pull that off? I mean, this match is probably going to be something. And I have to think, is like the whole ringside area, are they going to put like just a big ass tank of like mimosa or whatever? You have like these smaller kind of tanks that are that could fit a human in, and like boom, put one on one side of the ring, boom, put ones on the other side, boom, put one the opposite of the entrance ramp. And you get my idea. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
Chris Jericho, the Rockatola, what you call him? Yeah. Chris
Le
Jericho.
Champion, you mean?
Champion.
But I don't know, man. No, I think I gotta disagree with you on this, because massive ass freak out, basically, if Jericho loses and gets thrown in. Because you don't just have a fucking tank of mimosa and not use it, Clearly, someone is gonna go into the mimosa. And that someone is gonna be Chris Jericho. What I'm saying is, Orange Cassidy is gonna win, get the one-up on this one overall. Because, younger talent and all. Plus, the freak-out Jericho would have. You remember when him and the Inner Circle were first drenched in orange juice? And that crazy freak-out? Oh boy, you ain't seen nothing yet until something like this happens. So I'm going with Orange Cassidy on this one. Our next match is Kenny Omega and Adam Page versus FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Hardwood. With Tully Blanchard, but when did I say the whiff there with their manager? Whatever, in a tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. On the August 22nd episode of Dynamite, it was announced that 14th would take part in a tag team gauntlet match on the following show to determine who would challenge the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega, to a title match at All Out. On the August 27th episode, no surprise, FTR won the gauntlet by last eliminating the Best Friends to earn the title match at All Out. The Natural Nightmares, Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall, and the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, also took part in the gauntlet match. During the match, Adam Page betrayed the Young Bucks by stopping Nick Jackson from breaking a pinfall on Matt Jackson. The Young Bucks, in turn, kicked him out of the Elite, of which Page's tag team partner, Kenny Omega, is still a member. So yeah, not only is Adam Page no longer in the Elite and on the fritz with and Kenny, but also, if you've been following BTE, you might have seen in the last episode a little glimpse, a little bit of a teaser of the cleaner Kenny Omega coming back. The one that everyone wants in AEW. Yeah, so what can I really say? It seems pretty obvious where this is going, quite frankly. I mean, think about it. You have tag team partners at odds end. Meanwhile, FTR is not at odds ends with each other, and thus, I think it's pretty obvious where this is going. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
Hands down, FTR. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there. FTR, absolutely. This is the breakup point for Omega and Page, and we're possibly, gonna see. Yeah, we're gonna see Omega possibly, maybe even turn on Page, like maybe after the match at this point, and then and the odds end dissension, FTR will use that to their advantage, and I'm gonna go with FTR for the win. FTR, FTW. See what I did there? All right, let's just go to the next match. And our next match is Hikaru Shida versus Thunder Rosa for the AEW Women's World Championship. On the August 22nd episode of Dynamite, the NWA World Women's Champion, Thunder Rosa, appeared in AEW for the first time and challenged Hikaru Shida for a match at for the AEW Women's World Championship at All Out, saying that she wanted to bring the AEW Women's Division some respect. It was then confirmed on the August 27th episode that Shida would defend the title against Rosa at All Out. Now, those of you who haven't been watching NWA like myself probably got your main first introduction with what Thunder Rosa has been doing on Dynamite over the past couple weeks. And for the most part, I'd say I'm pretty impressed, actually. And I'm happy that they've brought her in. Not sure quite how long this thing is gonna last, but I hope long enough at least. Because like what I'm seeing, and I do think this has the potential to be a pretty good match. Might even be the best I don't know if best AEW women's match is really saying much, given the division have some raw, bumpy ground, shaky ground, shall we say. But it's getting there. It's getting there, slowly but surely. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
Shida.
I'd probably be inclined to agree. I mean, still, though, it's clear that they still want Shida to have that strong-ass title reign until whoever shows up next to dethrone her. Not quite the longest reigning women's champ for AEW. We've still got about 20-ish or 29-ish or so days to surpass Riho's record. And yeah. I think I'm going to agree with you and go with Shida as well on this one as well. Thunder Rosa will put up one hell of a fight, but Shida will get the upper hand. And our next match is a 21-man casino battle royale match featuring Darby Allin versus Lance Archer versus Brian Cage versus Ricky Starks versus Pentagon Jr. versus Rey Fenix versus The Butcher versus The Blade versus Eddie Kingston versus Shawn Spears versus Billy Gunn versus Austin Gunn versus Jake Hager versus Santana versus Ortiz versus Chuck Taylor versus Trent. And the last three people have yet to be announced. Just go with it. On the August 27th episode of Dynamite, the 21-man casino battle royale, first featured at the previous year's event, was announced again to occur at All Out, with the winner receiving a future title match for the AEW World Championship. During the same episode, everyone else, well, the first 9 people that we mentioned were the first 9 participants announced. Later, the remaining, let me count this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 were announced for the Battle Royale. The remaining, well, it says 4 participants yet to be confirmed, but that's 18, or wait a minute, hold on, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15, 16, 17, oh shit! Unless someone here was announced, but that's not what I counted. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So yeah, it is 17, not 18. Damn it. So it is 4. We may have, and it's not sure who the idea of the other 4 could possibly be. We might even have some mystery surprises, you know. Usually this is the type of match where you like to have that surprise entrant, that surprise debut, you know, and this is definitely a strong one here. And for a future World Championship match, ooh, it's tough to say. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
The ones that have already been announced, Lance Archer, I think.
I see. Well, let me look at these rankings. If I had to look at the best ranked person overall in the men's rankings, oh, that's not helpful. There's some people in this match who aren't. You know, I think I'm gonna have to agree with you with Lance Archer as well, given these ratings as well. Though it kind of might give me rankings, because really I don't see anyone else. Still think I might be a little too earlier for Brian Cage after earlier, and he technically won the casino ladder match at All Out earlier this year. And no one else?
You mean Double or Nothing?
Or Double or Nothing. Whatever. God, I cannot talk today. I swear to God. What is it? I can't even talk. Whatever. But yeah, I'm going to go with Lance Archer as well based off the rankings. It would probably make sense the most. I just wish they were further down so I'd have a better idea. But yeah, I'm going to go with Lance Archer. And the next match we have is Darby. No, we already did that match. I mean, the Dark Order, Brody Lee, Colt Cabana, Evil Uno, and Stu Grayson versus Matt Cardona, Scorpio Sky, and the Natural Nightmares, Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall. There's no information here, but all you need to know is that the Dark Order have been tearing shit up, basically. Hell, Mr. Brody Lee pretty much just annihilated Cody to basically win the TNT Championship. And yeah, Chili sponsorship money and everything and all that jazz. Baby back ribs, oh my. Actually, I might want to get a burger, but that's beside the point. Anyways, so looking at them, they have been tearing shit up. Some of the other people are getting involved, like, of course, Sky of SCU, the Natural Nightmares, and Matt Cardona, the former Zack Ryder, if you will. But, yeah, there's really nothing else to say in this 8-man shag schmaz, whatever. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
The Dark Order, man. They're really doing pretty good so far, and I think the Dark is gonna keep that main.
I'm gonna agree with you there on the Dark Order as well. I mean, you've been booking them so damn strong. You make the leader win the goddamn TNT Championship. Not just win it, destroy Cody. Like, Cody did not get a single lick of offense in that match. And the post-match beatdown was even more insane. You're not going to have them lose.
And he destroyed the old one.
He destroyed the old title, basically. Yeah, it's the unfinished, the beta title, if you will. Yeah, I'm going with the Dark Order on this one as well. That just makes the most sense. Our next match is Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus with little Marco Stunt, even though it doesn't say that. I have a feeling there will be some shenanigans with, versus the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson. So what happened was, on the Go Home Dynamite that aired this week at the time of recording, basically it was the Jurassic Express and the Young Bucks against Private Party and SCU. And the winner of those two, and whoever won that 8-man schmaz, actually it might have been 9-man if you throw in Christopher Daniels and little Marco Stunt. And yes, I am going to say it like that for the foreseeable future because it has a nice ring to it for me. But anyways, yeah, Jurassic Express and Young Bucks won that match, so now they're facing off here on pay-per-view. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
This is tricky. I believe the Young Bucks are gonna win, but I want Luchasaurus to talk about it, but they haven't really win that much lately, so Young Bucks.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It might be tough to call again down the line because Jurassic Express really haven't done a whole lot in like the tag divisions. If we look at the if we go and look back at the rankings here, I shouldn't have closed them earlier. But if we look at the rankings, if it will load properly, thank you. Jurassic Express is ranked at the very fucking bottom. Oh my god, the Bucks and Jurassic Express are tied with their tag team records. Both have 6 wins and 3 losses. Shit. Now you really just made it hard. I mean, Jurassic Express have only done so much, like as far. And the Young Bucks have had some notable stuff, but neither have really gone all that tag team gold. They've probably had shots here and there, but for the most part, they really haven't. And it's tough to say, too, who would. I would like to see Jurassic Express go over personally, seeing as how they're the ones who are, seeing as how they're the, I guess, younger of the bunch. I mean, Jungle Boy is literally the same age I am, but he was born in June. Luchasaurus is in his mid-30s. And as for the Bucks, Nick's the younger one, but in his early 30s, and Matt's the same age as Luchasaurus. I don't know. I think I'm just going to have to throw another one to the side and go with you on this one and go with the Bucks. Yeah, I'm going to go with...
Holy shit, I thought they were like mid-20s. I don't know.
No, they just look younger than they actually are. Age really can only be just a number at times, and... Oh, fuck it. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just go with the Bucks, just because I'm not really sure what to really pick, because who knows? Our next match is Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara in a Broken Rules match, where if Hardy loses, then he must leave AEW. So, Nah, I don't see it happening, but we'll get in that moment. Again, no background information, but Matt Hardy had some trouble with Sammy G, and Sammy G had a not so nice, just threw a chair right in his face, and it busted him open very hard way, and the two have had some problems ever since. There was a table match on an episode of Dynamite that Matt Hardy lost, and Sammy G won. But now look, now this broken rules match, it's basically, from what we looked up, going to be a last man standing match. Yeah, I don't get why they don't just call it last man standing, but you know what? That's just me. Oh, god damn it. That stinking thing is going off again. Hold on. Oh, never mind. Where was I? Trying to think. Thinking. Oh, yeah. It's just a last man standing match, so I don't know why you wouldn't just call it a last man standing match, but you know what, I digress. I really do. If I had to think, there's really nothing else to say. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
He's not gonna leave AEW, but he just got here.
Yeah, Matt, I'm agreeing with you on this one. Matt Hardy, it's way too fucking early, and there's no way in hell he's absolutely leaving. It would be ridiculous. Because he just debuted, all those months back, and to leave now would just undercut everything that's happened, and yeah, cut the nose off of other potential stuff. Yeah, I'm going with Matt Hardy on this one to sentence Sammy Guevara to eternal deletion, if you will. Final match we have is Britt Baker versus Big Swole in a tooth and nail match. Now, what the hell is a tooth and nail match, you ask? Well, unfortunately, it seems like your guess is as good as mine. We really don't actually have much, and I can't really find much under this result about what the hell a tooth and nail match is genuinely supposed to be. There'll probably be... Yeah, I don't know what it is either, but it's probably going to be something, but hey, at least it'll be better than some stipulations. Britt Baker and Big Swole have been having a little bit of a beef with each other, shall we say, and can't really settle it further other than that. And with Britt Baker finally being able to return to in-ring action after being out of action for, gosh, how long was that? Let me see. Yeah, there's a couple other things. Yeah, or let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, it was back in May when Baker injured her leg during a tag match on an episode of Dynamite. She and Nyla Rose went on to defeat Hikaru, Shida, and Chris Statlander. And she'll be back, thankfully. And she also went under surgery on her nose to repair a deviated septum. Yeah, so she's been out a lot of stuff, but she should be back to good to go for this match here. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
Big.
Britt Baker?
No, Big Swole.
Oh, Big Swole. I don't know. It's kind of tough. We're in another predicament. I mean, you bring Britt Baker back, and you're not gonna have her lose immediately like that, but at the same time, maybe the rankings can help give us some better context on this one, if I had to guess. Looking at the women's rankings, actually, Big Swole has the higher ranking, but Britt Baker has the lower one. A loss wouldn't affect Swole, I guess, so much in the long run, but the feud... You know what, I'm just going to agree with you again, Big Swole. If I keep thinking too hard about some of this, I'm probably going to hurt my brain a bit, and I needed to get other schoolwork done, so, yeah, there's really not much else we could do, so I'm going to go agree with you and go with Big Swole on this one, and let's go ahead and wrap it up. And that's basically going to do it for All Out. There may seem like a few matches that don't look like anything on the surface, or don't look like too much exciting, but I have a feeling we will probably be surprised in more ways than I anticipate. Want to thank Steven with me, as always, for being here. Say bye, Steven.
We'll see you at Clash of Champions next.
Yep, that will be our next pay-per-view. There is no AEW pay-per-view next on the list, and the next WWE pay-per-view will be Clash of Champions on September 27th. So we still have a decent break between when this will go up and between when the next one will go up. So we'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching.